Negrim's authorities have initiated an internal inquiry into the alleged molestation case that emerged from the Premier Health Institute yesterday. Negrim's interim director P. Bhattacharya said that if ascertained, it will be one of the most regrettable incidents at the institute.
Whenever such a thing happens, as you said, we cannot presume guilt also. But at the same time, if somebody is making a complaint, I have to think that a person, a lady coming up and making a complaint is a serious thing. That means it is her honor she is talking about. So we have to take cognizance of that. That is why we were totally cooperative. The police, whatever procedures they did, we have assisted them at every point.
And informing that he has asked the medical superintendent to conduct an internal inquiry which is under process, and the report will be submitted soon. The interim director said that besides the court proceedings, the institute will also have their preliminary inquiry.
Whatever happens in court, we will have our own preliminary inquiry, because it is also important to see where the system could have failed. But as I said, medicine OPD is a very crowded OPD.
And stressing that it is important to ensure that such a thing never happens. The interim director, however, said that the institute always have a female attendant in OPDs, and it is surprising how such a thing could have happened in a crowded OPD.
We should all ensure that this is never happening. So we can only condemn that even such an event had a scope of occurring. Only thing I can tell is that in our institute we always have kongs in the OPD. In a crowded OPD like medicine, it is surprising how a person was alone with a lady being examined.
And the police yesterday had arrested a senior resident doctor of Negrim's, Dr. Jhutan Chaudhary, in connection with the alleged molestation of two women who had gone for a medical checkup to him the previous day. He was produced at the court and was remanded to 14-day judicial custody. And meanwhile, a counsel for the senior resident doctor of the Negrims who has been arrested for alleged molestation said that the police have violated the laid down mandate by the Supreme Court by arresting the accused rather than issuing a notice first. And speaking on the matter after moving a bail petition at the court of the Chief Judicial Magistrate First Class, the counsel KC Gautam said that his client's arrest was made on the strength of an FIR filed by a lady alleging that while he was in an OPD duty, he had molested her nieces, and that under that FIR he has been charged under 351(1) and 354(b).
This Dr. J. Chaudhary has been arrested on the strength of an FIR filed by one lady alleging that while he was discharging OPD duty, he has molested two of his nieces. Now, on that FIR, a charge has been registered under 354(1) and 354(a)(1) and 354(b). Now, one of these sections is bailable, the other is non-bailable. However, in both sections of law, the offence is punishable with less than 7 years. So, in which case the police could not have arrested the doctor directly. The police ought to have issued a notice under section 41A, which was not done by the police, and rather this person was arrested. And then he was produced before the court, and the court has sent him to judicial custody. Now this, I must tell you, is in violation of the law laid down by the Supreme Court in Arnesh Kumar. Supreme Court has made very clear that there will not be any unnecessary arrest, and a person will be arrested only if his arrest is required and if he is likely to abscond the lawful process. In cases where offence is punishable with 7 years or less, which does not exceed 7 years. Now, sadly enough, the police has violated the mandate of the Supreme Court and the law and the procedural law, and this person has been sent to jail. Now, when I was moving the bail petition, I also came to learn that this person was in the COVID ward of Negrims. He was discharging duties as a COVID doctor. Now, it was the duty of the police to look into all these aspects. Now, you see, given the pandemic scenario, it would not have been wise on the part to take him and send him there. I said, nonetheless, whatever has been done. It cannot be undone. So we have moved a bail. We have already moved the bail. Now I'm waiting for the orders. Whatever orders come, we'll let you know. We are hopeful that bail will be granted. We're just waiting for the orders of the court.
All right, we have our Meghalaya Bureau Chief Roshan Rai joining us to give us the latest. Well, Roshan, what is the update on the internal inquiry on the in the entire episode?
Well, yes, today as we know that the council has moved for bail petition. Yes, the matter has been put in abeyance until Monday, and the investigating officer has been asked to submit the report. That's about the code, and as far as Negrims is concerned, an internal inquiry has been initiated into the matter. Earlier we spoke with the interim director, and he was the opinion that if such a thing has happened, then it is something which is very, very regrettable. Nonetheless, he also accepted the fact that it is yet to be proven. And he said that this internal inquiry is needed so that they can find out where lies the fault. But then he was she also pointed out that it's surprising. Rather, he said she was very, very shocked to learn about this incident, and it is quite surprising that Negrims OPD, which is usually very crowded and also has attendance in it, such a thing has happened there. Nonetheless, he hopes that justice should be served at the earliest.
Right, Roshan, such an incident reported from one of the premier institute and one of the premier institute Negrims out there, indeed a shameful act there. So civil society groups have also reacted to the entire matter. So what is the update on that?
Oh yes, Pooja, as we saw so many civil society organizations to the student season, all of them have reacted, and yes, indeed everybody is asking for a speedy inquiry into the matter, because they are the opinion that such a thing is something which is unacceptable if it's true, and yes, the speedy inquiry is the need of the hour so that the truth prevails and people will know from the truth from the not.
And Roshan, what are the authorities of the hospital saying? What would be their future course of action in the entire matter?
Because they have obviously leave it to the court, because the matters in the court, so all the proceeding is on.
Yeah.
Apart from that, like I already mentioned, that yes, they are also conducting the internal inquiry into the matter, so as to at least have a know-how of what had transpired, and also if it is proven to be true, then later they will be well equipped to at least avoid such kind of circumstances from happening, to take proper measures. And the director himself, he said he himself has a daughter, a wife, and if such a thing is there, then it is definitely something which is totally unacceptable.